So Focus Utropa, apparently new album. He said he wants to use his rap background to express what he feels. He's gonna call it ghetto gospel. What do you think about that?
Ghetto gospel.
Yeah. GG.
La main.
I'm back with another episode of Mr. JazziQ Friends, brought to you by Spitz. As you all know, I've been busy with my album that just dropped. All You Need Is Piano. Check it out on all digital platforms. Download, stream. You know the drill. And I'm your host today, Mr. JazziQ, or Mr. JazziQ, of the operation, the one and only task maker. My guest today is the hottest voice in AmaPiano, and she is featured in a lot of my songs, also in my new album. She has the biggest, hottest songs. Just to name a few, Umsebenzwe to Katalia, Gupta, Superstar, Woza. Goddamn. Got some international features as well. And ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you Superstar Wawa.
I think you forgot queens. Like ngicela ukuthi ungifake throne yami, please. Ungifake ku throne, ungifake crown yami.
Okay.
Kube right,
all right.
Mnandi,
okay,
you know?
sorry.
Please, don't forget the queen.
Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you Queen Dudu.
Yes.
Tango.
Yabona ke.
Ulanda
ngesibongo. Uyayithanda le nto. It's too much.
How are you, my sister?
I'm good. How are you?
It's great having you here, actually. We haven't spoken in a while.
Yes, I think we're also going to need tissues now.
Oh, yeah?
No.
No.
Let's go.
That's we shouldn't give them too much, you know. I'm so excited about this interview because I feel like there's a lot we haven't spoken about, and a lot has happened from where we actually started to where we are right now today. And a lot has actually changed, you know, things happened. It's just been a hoo-ha. Young child, wasn't it? Yeah. Mara like Sila today. Yeah, Sila. Mara must tell him you started DJing at the age of 9.
Yeah.
Like who taught you?
My dad, obviously.
Yeah.
I started DJing at the age of 9, I think, because my family has DJs. My grandfather was a DJ. My dad is a DJ. My uncle is a DJ. But you know, so my dad, my grandfather, and my uncle, and everybody else was playing house, and I just had an interest in hip hop. So I started learning a few songs, and I just asked them for the skill of mixing. So they taught me, I think, a month, and then I started playing. I went to a competition that was DJ Cleo, DJ Fresh there. I won playing vinyls, you know, and I was the youngest DJ at the time. But because we did not have a female one, you know, but because there was no social media, no Facebook, no Instagram, you know, I didn't get as much publicity. And when somebody was like, "Hey, Bazala, Ben Pumago City Press," you know, but yeah, man, I think. But most importantly, I'm very grateful for the fact that I started at a very young age because I think I got the scars of the industry and I learned most of the things that I'm doing now from that experience as to like when I record the beats, the BPMs and all of that. So it has mastered my way of singing. So yeah. Youngest female DJ, the first South African female DJ. Don't get that twisted. Don't get that wrong. Please, let's rectify. Let's change the narrative.
Danko.
Let's go.
Yes.
Next. And then in a storm, people don't have pictures. I had it.
No, like Sabong, and like I'm just glad that you were actually able to follow everything through, even after like what you had gained from that age, because I don't think people like are really aware of how far you've came, and your career, and how it wasn't an overnight thing.
No, that you and I started talking 11 years ago.
Dog.
And started working 8 years ago.
Yeah,
man.
But
I think it's
fine.
the stories that we need to tell.
It's a story for another day. But now, when I time I send Kreno.
Obviously, I'm dog.
Okay, like me, very like obvious. Now me time alarm, but like I ain't like ring about that, because now it was like all over social media, and it's just like,
no, I think
it's not like. But
guys, most importantly, I think I want to be an example to a lot of people.
Yeah.
People have fights in a family,
sure,
where kids just go and they do whatever they think is good for them, and parents don't want that for them.
Yeah.
But I believe that anything, and I mean, I'm such a transparent person. I think you guys have seen that when I fight with all my cards out, and I probably take that from my dad, and I've realized that now. But I prefer it that way. I prefer people knowing that there's trouble in paradise, and how you fix it is what is important, because I always say it's not what is done to you that affects you, but how you react to it. So if I went on social media and I bashed my own father, then I would have looked like I don't respect my dad,
Yeah.
And he has a right to have a point of opinion, and he has a right to have his own opinion.
Yeah.
That's why I say what you feel about me is your opinion. Sure. I need to rectify it the best way I know how. But if it does not satisfy you, that's on you.
Sure.
Do you understand? But because he's my dad, I have to respect him, because at the end of the day, he's literally the head of the family. And I have to make sure, because I am a representative of kids. I always have to make sure that
you can't forget your master.
Hey, my brother.
Hey.
Because I'll be praying for a Ferrari.
Yeah, you want to
Yeah?
Can't forget your master.
You see it now. Is it coming?
You can't forget your master.
Yeah.
Experience like music, I've always wanted to speak to you about this. Like, you come from so many other genres, like you did R&B, like
I did everything.
Yeah.
Like literally everything. So, Mina, when I started singing, there was a lot of gatekeepers. I think a lot of people know that in the industry, that in other genres, there's just people that are just at the door waiting for you to speak to them to make you famous. And I think that's where you and I butted heads when it came to those things. We sat and we thought about it. How do we create? Because I think you are one person that actually thinks like me, and you know how to take care of something that you've already started, So when I started, I saw that there was a lot of gatekeeping. You needed to ask somebody to get something. You needed to speak to someone to be able to get to a certain radio station and whatever. And I thought to myself, okay, how do we recreate this, but in a youthful way, quietly, without fighting anybody, without drama, because a fight I will give you. That a fight I will give you. If you need a fight, I will give you.
Yes.
If you are going to be a gatekeeper, I am going to create a gate next door yours.
If anyone needs a fight, Lady 2 is available.
Trust me.
Yes.
He knows. So I think starting at an early age and getting all the scars of the industry has taught me how to maneuver. And I always say that moving slowly is better than going faster and not understanding where you are going. So I would rather be slow and be left behind, but I'll still get to the finishing point.
Yeah. No, that is better, because I mean, you tend to learn way more when your things are moving at a reasonable pace.
Yes, at my pace.
Yeah. Currently we see a lot of people my pace. Currently, we see a lot of people going through depression, mental illness, and and it's so sad, because I feel like not a lot of us are educated about that thing, and also when something like that does hit, no one knows how to treat it, or how to deal with it, and then the only way is to you know, and I feel like at least there could be ways of maneuvering around everything, finding a possible way to get over something like that, you know. But yeah, it's a
So answering
yeah.
that, depression is a person that lives in the past. I used to own, I could drive, I probably
But not
think,
all the time.
Not all the time, but in most cases, you are complaining about things you think you're supposed to have and you don't have. And you put yourself in a place that is then, instead of being here now and saying, this is what I have, I only have 5 rand. How am I going to make it work?
Is it basically?
Instead, it's basically you punching yourself.
Putting pressure on yourself.
Yes, punching yourself. And in most cases, it happens when, like, you and I worked together and then I start seeing you grow in the same thing I'm doing. Then it's like, okay, how is it working for him and not me? Sometimes I feel like even in the entertainment industry, I have the highest streaming songs. I've got a lot of songs. I've got a lot of, hits and all of that. And then you see somebody just come past you and you're starting to wonder why. And then you start seeing that, okay, some people portray a picture that is not who they are. And then when it catches up with them,
but that's how it is, babe.
No, that's not how it is.
But Konamanja, that's how people live.
That's how people live in your world, not mine.
No. But that's the realistic world.
Which realistic world?
The realistic world
is when you find
Instagram
yourself.
World. You see that one?
Yeah, but Instagram is not realistic.
It's
that is
not.
Why,
that's why I'm saying to you that people now have become immune to that. That has become a norm. Being someone that you're not is now driven to something that is what you are, and which is completely wrong, because now people are doing things under the impression of, if ngapostang kibede iposh, so it's all in the mind. It goes back to the beginning of our conversation, and when I said the mental situation, so it contributes a lot.
I think you've seen how I live. I think I would like to teach a lot of people to create their own world. Like, if you love whatever that you love, create your own world and live in it, and be specific with what you want, and let that be your rules of life. Don't let people guide you into being what they think you should be, because that's when it catches up. I think I'm better being slow. You teach me most of the labels. Like, I'll literally sit down with you and say, what are you wearing? Then you'd be like, okay, this is what. Then I'm like, what is that shirt? And then you tell me this is what. I prefer that. I'd rather learn something the day I can afford to buy it than to look at it from somebody else and like it, then get to a store and be disappointed.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So I think there's ways of creating your own world and living in it. So when I go on social media, I go to post.
Sure.
I don't go to look at what other people are doing, which is why even in music, when I drop music, it doesn't sound like everybody else's sound.
Sure.
It sounds like mine, because when I listen to a song, I will go and listen to the number 1 song because I want to hear what is the reason that song is number 1, so I can bring in the element of number 1.
Okay.
But to go and listen and be consumed by other people's visions is what takes away from the talent, because you now want to drive what somebody else is driving and it doesn't work out. Then you follow that drive until you crash, So we need to teach the kids, we need to teach musicians that just live your life, just be yourself. If I wake up in the morning and I do a live, I don't have makeup, you are not going to bash me because you are used to me doing lives without makeup.
But that's where the big problem is because now people have found a platform where they can actually discredit people, bash them, and make them feel small because they cannot be seen.
But it's not that. Do you know why?
Like that is it's like cyberbullying,
Yeah, but
it's
I think you
actually
guys need to
abuse.
understand why there's cyberbullying. I don't think people think for the people that are behind the phones. We always think about what is done to us. We don't think about the people that are behind the phones. Imagine you are living in a location trying to get bread, and I'm suffering, I don't have a job, right? And there's somebody that's posting a Lamborghini that they bought cash, right? You come and you comment on their picture and you say, I don't think that is real or whatever. Then you become nasty. You're the celebrity. They're watching your life. They're thinking, if they can afford to go and buy 5 Ferraris, instead of we taking those Ferraris and creating jobs in the hood so that they can get jobs and we can all post about the same thing. The people that usually bash people are people that want attention. So that's how I take my comments. I don't take them as somebody that's, do you know how many times I've had somebody bash me and I go to them and I say, do you need airtime? And they say yes, and I send them airtime. Then we start having conversations. They start telling me they don't have grocery at home.
No, but sometimes it's just ugusa.
No, but that's why I'm saying to you, we need to find out the reason why a person is nasty, because some people take out something that is way deeper than what we think is.
Nah, babe, I don't think so.
Am I lying, guys?
Mina ngicabanga ukuthi nje abantu no, anyone and everyone might have a reason, but in most cases ungeke ukhiphela ama frustrations wakho phezulu komunye umuntu because wena awunasinto.
Wena uyawakhipha wena.
Phezulu kwakho, yes.
Manje ke yabona uyabona.
Mina now sihlukana. But my point is, if umuntu ufuna ukabuse abanye abantu because they don't have bread or but disadvantaged like that is totally wrong. Like, that is totally wrong.
But how are they going to get your attention if they don't say something that's going to get your attention?
No, but that also, it drives that mentality of people in the hood. Melogot manje baphume baye sabapini. Bayasokolisa abantu abaphila sharp because bona abanantoni. Yayithola ne?
Ngiyayithola baziko mara. Ziko. Nah, man. I always say we need to find solutions more than anything.
Let's find solutions.
Our country is just in a crisis.
Yeah,
and we all need to find solutions.
But also, in finding the solution, we cannot hide
behind the problem.
No, we can't do that. The problem has to be faced. After the problem has been faced, then we can.
But also, you must learn to ignore the problems that come to your comments. Don't look at them. Because if you read them, you're going to read 7 and then you're going to start feeling the way. Phela, if you get 10 of the same comments saying you are ugly, you're going to start believing it.
Manje, that's why uBeyonce ucabanga ukuthi uhlele Twitter manje
akafollow umuntu uBeyonce. So angimaziphila.
That's why ngoba like unabafowethu abahleli lapha ababhizi neTwitter yakhe, wena ufuna ukuba busy neTwitter.
Akafani nathi mina ngiyabangena. Mina ngisabe nix. Mina uyangazi bazala.
Maria Kumbula, where we started with when we made
Superstar.
No. Hold on.
Yes.
Yeah.
With Harrison Crump.
Yeah.
I remember. That was like 8 years ago.
Ekdalu International. Fanana Harrison Crump. Correct.
Ngasebenza nomuntu international isuka.
Danko.
Yeah, so my international yuka nokungifonela ebusuku ngilele.
Abubani so?
Mzala mina fonela AKON.
Danko.
Wangifonela ngiyazi number yami uthathe ungifonele nje ngilele. I woke up at night. I thought it was the alarm because I like praying, and then next thing mangit international number because I love money. I answer. Hi, this is AKON's manager. I'd like to speak to Lady Du. Hey. Lady Du speaking. Okay, AKON would like to speak to you. Hi, Lady Du. How are you? Oh my gosh, guys, I'm telling you.
Ofanga maybe.
Bengakafi phela nami star. Phela ngeke ngife ngibulawe esinye star. Phela nami ngiyazazi ukuthi ngiyofika la. Ngibulawa ubani?
Yes.
Ubani?
Yes.
You Mr. Samanje phela. Nobody wanna see us together. Bazigo. No, I got excited, obviously, because I mean, for somebody like him to call me, I don't even know where he got my number.
Yeah.
And he was like, he wants us to work, But I mean, I've got multiple streams of international artists calling. After that call, that's manje ngikhuluma kumelanga ngikhulume phela ngisho yabaza abantu basemsawudo ngadribheka usathi uyongena eSpitz
ndoda
so akumela ngikhulume yonke amela ngikhulume yonke into uAKON phelela lapho Ukhiphela amazaza.
Hayi ngikubonile.
Yeah, phela.
Yeah,
Ngibona lokugcina.
nibonile lento show lady too.
Yeah. Did you see it?
Ngoba ningayizwa kuphela kumele niyibone.
And guys, listen, njengoba ngikhiphela amazaza phela mina future yami bright. Maybe say ngim bright.
Eish.
Phela ucoka black mina ngiyakubona.
Yo.
Do you understand that you and I are so in sync that we wore the same color? That's the type of relationships I have with people. Ungizosibhonweni ukuthi ngiyofaka ipink bese uyangicompliment. Yime ngimuhle phela wena so uyacompliment. Sihlobo ngikenza nervous ne.
Man, indaba like angisho yazi ukuthi wena vele isikhulumelo asikho.
Isikhulumelo?
Yeah, isikhulumelo asikho. So ngavele blow it up fast.
Coke. What's a Coke?
Do you have any studio sessions that are like so memorable to you?
Yeah, I think when we recorded in Seven's Weight, I think that day I'll never forget. It's literally my history book type of moment because I think I spoke to you before.
Hey, and one thing day was emotional. Shame.
One thing about you that a lot of people don't know is that Nomuhlanya, you've got that place. I don't actually, I don't like talking about Msebenzi because it just because I have to go back to the moment,
Yeah.
One thing about Tumelo that a lot of people don't know, like he said, I think on his previous interview, personally wants to find out the root of where everything comes from and why you want to do it before you record, So when I recorded Umsebenzi Wethu, that I was like down, depressed, stressed. And because you've always wanted the best for me, you knew that song was going to be a great song. And you were like, Ngena, dog.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know, but why? And you were like, Ngena. And I was like, I can't sing because I'm stressed, I'm depressed, I can't say anything. And you were like, it's fine. Just go add your voice there. You'll see what you do with
cry.
it. And I just went there and I started crying. And you remember, I think I was down. You could see that. So that was such a memorable moment for me. And it still touches me because I left my heart in that studio thinking that was the end of me, and the little things that you did for me outside of music, I don't even want to cry, outside of music are what is important to me, and the reason I will forever be grateful for what you did personally outside of just the recording studio, outside of just the environment of everybody that was there on the day.
Can I get some tissue, please?
Please, ish.
Excuse. Hey, now again. We have Stephanie Kovac.
Stefan. Ngizokushaya phela ngiphinde ngibo Will Smith. Let tissue as long as it's 4 corner. Sekuyi tissue. Am I lying? As long as it's 4 corner. Tissue, toilet paper. It was just an emotional day, But I'm just grateful that you were able to carry me as a sister more than an artist. I don't think I've ever experienced that moment. And, a lot of people don't see it and they don't say it only because everybody thinks for themselves.
Sure.
And one thing about me, I will literally strip myself apart to give somebody their credit. I never take the credit for myself because I am not who I am because of myself. I have a talent, yes, but talent is not enough. You need people to push you. You need people to help you. You need people to deal with certain things, and you were just that brother for me. My breakups, everything, you were there. I'd call you in the morning, man, and you've never said to me, don't call me, I'm with someone, I'm doing what, and, you always say, what's wrong now?
Ish.
And listen, even though I'm going to tell you that I didn't get a deal and then you laugh at me. But those moments are the precious moments that a lot of artists don't have. And they get to a point of break because they don't have those type of people.
The only person I know who cries and halfway through the crying goes, Bayanya. Just like, what the fuck? Yeah, vele. And like, as in, nyabuya.
Yo. No.
Like, okay, which one is this one? Are we still crying or
are we fighting?
Is it
now?
East and West? You know?
Yeah.
But I mean, the character arc was strong and it's, yeah.
I'm weak sometimes.
No, you special, man. To me, you're very special.
No.
You're very special to me. But like, I mean, now like I could share so much, you know, and it is not only just the music and the experience that was like, it was everything as a whole, you know, because the way it was, the way I had planned it to be was for everyone to have something at the end, you know.
And you did say, even if it's without me.
Yeah. So for me, it was to make something for someone, you know, because for me to get to where I was at that time, it was also so hard because everyone was just everywhere. It
doing
was
everything.
Yeah, it was major this, label that, radio this, radio who, you are and we are, so you can't be. You see that one? So having to break through all of those chains, or that whole thing that was created, and be able to do whatever that you want without even having a major or having to deal with Usbanban, because, you know, it was a blessing. And also being able to help others in the process of that.
And breaking through on lockdown.
That's what I always keep telling people. It's just like,
we made it when there was no money, man.
There was nothing.
No money.
It was bad, eh?
But guys, more than anything, I just need to rectify a few things. We need to understand that we broke so many gatekeeping doors as AmaPiano, and we've created multiple streams of wealth. Not ukuba rich, not ukuba nemali, wealth. Because what we also need to do as young people is to teach the kids, Dumelo, nyakuza manje. To teach the kids to look at us as people that are ambassadors of what we do, not just superstars. Because I tell people all the time that a star is meant to shine light on other people.
Yeah,
not only receive the light, because that's when we get fans fighting all the time, not understanding what's going on, because we are raised by them. And then when we get to the top, we forget where we come from.
So would you say Umsebenzi Wethu was like the song that actually opened more doors for like your career?
Superstar was me speaking to the universe.
Yeah.
And telling them I want to be a superstar, because I mentioned everybody that was a star at that time. And then when Umsebenzi Wethu came, the funniest thing is, I think I told you that Ekaya, they had just bangenzela umsebenzi, you know, and this is what we do. Yoguti basenzela umsebenzi, it's a traditional thing. And next thing I went, but I felt so heavy, you know. I couldn't say anything, and you were like, no, just sing, be yourself.
Yeah.
I cried on the song. So at that moment, when I sang that song, I did not think it was going to be a hit. I thought it was going to be my last song, because I had done all the genres. I did R&B. I mean, imagine singing from 15 until you are 30 and you don't get a break. You don't get no break. You are getting money, but it's not the money you want.
You see, but now that's where you come in with going back to the youth, assisting them and giving them the hope of not giving up.
Yeah.
Because you see, they think, I think a lot of them think it's an overnight thing, because majority of the artists, Kupiano, they're very young.
But remember, our genre is an overnight star type of genre. So that is why the kids think like that. But if you think about Abo Kwaito and your jazz, R&B, Afro pop, they take longer, which is why I'm album but that's 2 years. Good record.
But that's the thing. If you remember what I actually used to say when we're in studio, I'd be like, this thing is happening. It's going to happen. Either it happens now, tomorrow, or in 5 years or whatever. It's still going to happen. It is going to happen. It might not choose you now.
But it's going to happen.
But it's going to happen.
But it mustn't take 10, 15 years like mine.
I mean, now you've got...
Nobody can wait 15 years. People are...
Manje, inwele zakho Yes?
Yeah, phela manje sesiyazi off-road.
Fuck.
Agcina ukungithengela inwele phela wena. Guys, I'm probably not only Dumelo's artist, friend, sister. If I want something and I can't afford it, I call Dumelo.
Hey, yeah, I know. There's no way.
I have a father. That's why I'm dressed like you now. So they see that we are kids. You know. Yeah, my father. English no gamba pe.
Phela say it.
Hayi nokufamba English.
Say it.
Ngicakaba mina vele. Ngisikhankero.
Oh yeah.
And uyazi masofika e-UK and say, hi, how are you? My name is Lady Do. What are you playing? AmaPiano.
Okay.
Zindize. Can I ask you a question?
Okay.
Did you ever think we would make it internationally in that room that you hired for us?
Yes.
And brought us food in? Guys, you know, I know it's your podcast, but can I just give you credit?
Sure.
Even though he's a very hard person to work with sometimes, Dumelo made sure everybody ate in studio. Everybody had petrol. Everybody, literally taught me how to take care of people with just the things that they would need. So instead of somebody saying, can you please, because others want favors and then they don't know whether we are flying or maybe we are going to use brooms to get to the studio or something. Nobody thinks that maybe you need money for petrol to get to the studio because the car does not walk, It does not use water, So, yeah, man.
Maybe it uses prayer.
Yeah.
It uses prayer to get to the studio.
Mina yamdala ifika ngomthandazo.
Umthandazo.
Hayi yambazala.
Bo vele uthi N1
uthi baba, ivele uthi full tank. Isihlobo ngiyakutshela mina. And I don't know how many times bengihamba ngelight. Ukuza kuwe?
Yeah.
Vele bengiza ngelight bazala.
Hayi mara vele.
Ufike ngelight bese mawubuza lapho ngithi hayi gauge ayisebenzi.
Phone bo Gated.
Yeah.
Ngiyafika manje.
Yeah.
Yo, there was a time she came. And I wasn't there.
And I didn't have money for gas. Do you remember? And that time I drive a BM. Remember? And I mean, Mzala vele mina. But I now entered the industry driving a luxury car. I did not get my luxury car from the money from the bookings.
Yes.
We used to work a 9 to 5, remember?
Yes.
Guys, I'm qualified in 19 things. And I keep telling people and they don't believe me.
Please say it again. You're qualified in?
In 19. Yes. I have 19 qualifications.
Danko.
Skin therapy.
Yeah, sure.
Logistics.
Yes.
Skin whitening, teeth whitening. Guys. Business management and internationally, not in South Africa, just so you know. So the reason I didn't get a job this side was because they couldn't afford me. So I had to do music.
Ish.
That's the only reason. So I started in logistics. I became the logistics manager. Then I did construction. For 5 years. Then I did beauty for 3 years. Then I went and I worked on a ship. That's why I became international faster than everyone. Because I traveled 108 countries. You can go to Sowetan. I'm sure you must have receipts in South Africa. Go and find it. Right to Duzile Ngwenya. First black female to travel 108 countries. First black female. Then you write Sowetan on Google.
Yeah.
You'll find me there with my dusty makeup.
Hey.
And a red weave. I was 18 years old.
Utogi says 26.
Bazala. Jongoba songu 112. Guys, so I traveled 108 countries. I did beauty. I traveled the world. I used to wake up, be in China, wake up, be in New York, wake up, be in...
Manje ngesikhathi wenza icrime.
I-crime yiphi mzala? Yabona into zenza. Ama-crime. Guys, nambona sekafuna uqeda i-career yami
Ngiyadlala.
Ngishilo ngathi angilethela nge-podcast la, ngilethela into zakho. Yeah. Apha enzokuceba ukuthi uze nobani.
Back to AmaPiano taking over the world.
Yeah.
Since ngiyabona ukuthi manje wena sonama. Anyway, AmaPiano took over the world. By a storm even. And it has created like so many opportunities. I remember like when we were in that room, I was just like, you see, now's the time.
That's true.
Because things were like bad for literally everyone. You know, things were bad for everyone. Because obviously nginesipaza shop samaskopasi feel it keys besikhona ukuthi iskawo ngitshela maskopas nama puhuma something for the boys
samaskopasi sokuthini wena
I'm fit share leyo pants mara feel like I always had that vision of actually moving the sound from what it is to something that it's never thought to be.
And when we were in studio, I don't think you and I and the people that were in studio were inspired by anyone.
No. There was no inspiration.
We were not inspired by anyone. We were inspired by the Dustin Alexander.
Yes.
And the people that were living there, the people that were selling stuff.
Exactly.
And nobody inspired us. No. There's no way I'm going to be inspired by
the inspiration that we had.
Never in a lifetime.
The inspiration that we had at that time.
No, you must answer me.
We were hungry.
You must answer me.
Sister.
I am never inspired by an outfit.
You can't be inspired by an outfit. Yes. An outfit doesn't speak.
Yeah.
Yes. An outfit doesn't have...
Fixing it. Guys, don't be inspired by people's outfits and then you think they've made it. You must be inspired by our catalogs. And how many songs we've written.
And how many years there.
Nobody knows that I'm on 150 AmaPiano songs.
Yeah.
Nobody knows that I'm the highest streamed female in South Africa. On record.
Yeah.
Huh? Nobody knows that I've got 7 plaques. Because just because we don't post it doesn't mean we don't have it.
Yes.
Right? Woza is how many? 6 times platinum. Katalia 2 times platinum. Dagiwe 2 times platinum. Msebenzwe to 7 times platinum. Gupta 3 times platinum. Zuma is star gold. I don't have a song that is not on plaque.
Yes.
But I don't have to post it because it's mine.
Why are you posting?
It's mine, oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's for you to feel good. So we must
fix the country. I'm not fixing the country.
No, we can fix the country. We can fix the country. But our outfit, it cannot inspire lives.
Yeah, please.
Yes. No, it's fine. Anyway.
Kavela. Look, guys, you know what? Can I just say something? I'm a Pantsula. When I walked in and they gave me Calvela, then I knew I was at the right place.
You knew where you belong.
Because I don't usually do these things. You can ask my manager. She'll tell you I've got a beast of a manager.
Okay. What's her name? What?
I can't say her name. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
When you find gold, you don't tell the nation because they'll want to share it.
One.
I'm sure that's why one share bang choncha.
Maramanje I feel like you see the time we were still in that space. It was so authentic because there was a beat, there was the vibe, and then just after that, the song is complete. As soon as the song is complete, we say,
we're dropping on Friday. We used to record 12 songs and drop 12 times.
Next.
And we didn't have gatekeepers. Remember what we said?
Even now,
we don't care about radio. We don't care about what at the time. Remember, we were like, we are going to start something that is going to catharsis the old people. until they give us a platform. Because we didn't want to pay anything. We wanted our things to be played without paying anything.
How does it feel to come from the capital of entertainment in the world?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That's what I actually say on like all the interviews. They ask me, they're like, oh, okay, so we understand that you're from South Africa. I'm like, nah, you're saying it wrong. It's the capital of entertainment. You need to get it. Like, get with the program. Like anything South African, entertainment wise, like everyone in the world wants to do it. Yes. Like you can fight with anyone you want. Me, I'm telling you the truth. Be it you're a dancer, be it you're a musician, an actor,
South Africa's or whatever. The place.
South Africa is the capital of entertainment. No man ngangkurisa. Like nabiza Hollywood. Go right.
I think that's true, because if you look at actors that make it international, we've got people don't even know. I know a lot of people don't even know Charlize Theron is from Benoni.
Sure.
They don't know. You don't know that.
Trevor no.
Trevor no again. Audition song. That's why I say to you, you look at people and you're like, Trevor no a parking lot. You know, but I think a lot of the things that happen are a way of showing us that it is not that far.
It's not.
It's not that far. It's just a button away from where you are. Because if Black Coffee could go and be such a big, brand
sensation,
internationally, who are you? You come from the same soil and you do the exact same thing. I think you just need to find it in yourself to walk in your own footsteps the best way you know how, so that when people watch you, they find something that ignites something in them. Because it would be so sad for somebody to go internationally and try to represent us and they don't carry what was seen on social media. So that's why I try to, as much as I can, be myself on social media, so that when somebody sees Guti Nyahlanya, they laugh, because that's who I am. And among shy munting in Bama foot, they know Guti level ya tetel. Aguna Guti ngizophuma kubo khawula or in yebo ileyo nto leyo ukuthi they already know my character. This is who I am. What you see is what you get. But one thing they don't know, I've got the biggest heart of the world. I look after most of the AmaPiano artists mentally and emotionally, and you know that. I will be the first one to call you if I see you post something that I know is a trigger of something, because I've been in a position where nobody liked me. I was trending every week for no reason, so I prefer taking the punches because I'm older than everybody else. And I need to set an example for the kids that one day when something happens to them, they have somebody to come back to and say, but lady, what do I do now? And I say, listen, my child, I've walked that path, just turn left.
True.
So I'm willing to take the punches for the entire piano genre. I don't mind that because I've been doing this for the past 15 years without fail. I've never given up. I've worn uniform from the day I started performing. I've had the same dancers for 10 years, 15 years, the other one is 5 years now. I am a loyal person. If you are my person, I will fight with you. I would want to kill you sometimes, but I will ride for you till the end. And if I say, you're my brother, you're my brother. And what we need as AmaPiano, coming from 10 Rand to 1 million Rand is not a normal thing.
Sure.
So it brings so much pressure to a lot of people, to a lot of families, to a point where people end up feeling like they don't have people to rely on because they only have takers in their lives. So what we need to deal with is understanding that, yes, we are successful, but what does success mean? Are you living your purpose? Or are you just successful because you are doing what everybody else is doing? So the two most important days in your life is when you were born and why you were born. When you find out why you were born, you will never work a day in your life.
Give it to the film. So people are asking if JazziQ twin.
Unalo. Unalo mzala wakalibo.
Amaralele lifuna matanoni.
Mr. Jazzy. So Mr. Jazzy.
This guy looks like you. He's got the same
Man,
hair
boy,
as
say
you.
about you economy inside this.
Stugi.
Chum. Kiana, what come? Tumela mana kwena. Suyo. Ngithi ngibhorekile futhi. Nalidana ngitholanga la kula makuda fanda. Ngithi akiyena. Nguye. Ha no wena ngitholile dano. Ngitholile dano. Six pack yakhona simple. Ngitholile. Hey, thank you, JazziQ.
Do you understand how much money you can make, my brother? Do you understand how much money you can make by using this guy for all the gigs you can attend?
I must make duplicate.
Listen,
Duplicate JazziQ.
your job is so easy. You do a mega mix, you let him go to the gig, you just borrow him your Gucci clothes, and that's it. It's the end of the road. 2 gigs one time. JazziQ is in New York and Alexander. 2 pets. I'll not be very happy to have a person like this. Pela Lord, it's just the chest. He already has the gap and the lip.
Mara manje akana isilungu mngani wami.
Isilungu mawuteacher usikhulumi. Please.
When I'm playing.
When you are playing, to speak English.
I have to respond
to the girls
I'm
that
just
are
like,
asking you questions,
bro,
or to.
Can you? Angnaskhat sama girls.
Where? Where?
Everywhere. Be it inside or outside. I don't have time for girls.
Where?
Yes. Girls are a pandemic.
Yo.
Yabona now anginaskhat sakho nje.
Kuban.
Ngikhathaza.
Kuban.
Ja.
Kuban.
Ayi.
Guys, can you guys help JazziQ understand that making money comes in all possible ways? Like God just gave him a twin. And he's letting him go. And mzala nyeke was bela. Inking emhlabeni ziningi.
Anyway.
Same age. And ngathi niyalingana.
Man, yekela le ntwana le.
Khona le movie ngeke ngayibukela labazali bashi isitwineliwa nesibhedlela.
Mara le idli danone angidli mina idanone.
Yeah, phela ngisho nikhuliswa ngema family ne1. Should bakhethe wena. Bashiya yena esibhedlela.
Uhamba no baby. Wangamtshela ngicela
ena.
ena.
Yeke umntana mangifuna be famous.
So famous already so much.
Bayathakathana la kule industry.
Umntana ami lo. First born yami le.
Mimi. Yabona qala ezinye izinto usizo trenda ku Twitter.
Hello babe.
Guys, please cut that one out now. Because umhlana uke wa trenda.
So we have a game.
Yeah.
And yeah, what is soft or not soft? Let's take a look at the following videos and then Sizoshuguti, is it soft or not?
Soft or not soft?
Yeah.
I'm soft.
Delicious.
I can tell they're inspired by you.
Kanjan.
They didn't leave the bag behind.
They didn't leave what?
I don't know what
bag
for the bag is. I don't know if it's. I don't know what label that is.
Can you play it again?
That's a signature. This one knows what AmaPiano is. This side. Back on the right. Back. 1, 2. Yeah, 1. Yeah. Soft.
Yes.
Soft.
Abuntwana bashaya hip hop, ne? Yeah, they called Majesties. They're a duo. Jazzy Disciples. Angitola mus, ne? Like, what's your?
Jazzy Disciples.
Jazzy Disciples.
It's Jazzy Disabled.
So, Focus Utropa, apparently new album. He said he wants to use his rap background to express what he feels. He's gonna call it ghetto gospel. What do you think about that?
No comment.
Album to be titled Ghetto Gospel?
Ghetto gospel.
Yeah.
Ghetto gospel.
Yeah. GG.
La main. Okay, ngiyadlala. I don't know. I have no comment. Uthi we president estrada manje seka igospel eghetto. Hayi bazika uyiphendule wena. Soft or not soft. Now I'm a very gospel-y person, so I would never allow gospel to be ghetto. Yeah? Not soft. Mm-mm.
You've been compared to a lot of like
Legends.
legendary people. Like how your rhymes are doing.
Yeah. Well, I write my own songs.
Young Todd. Hey.
I just had to drop it.
Yeah.
I write all of them.
And some of mine.
All of them. Such a sum.
Thank you, Ghostwriter.
Yeah, please.
Ish.
I write for almost majority of AmaPiano artists. You know that.
Wow. Yeah.
So when you hear that the song sounds like me, I wrote it. Finish.
So feel like kanjani like compare nabantu abafana nabo Mshoza, Mandoza. Because I mean those are like big sensations in like our country, you know, and some parts of the world, you know, like Abu Matosa, like Abu Molly Brenda Fastback, Qualis FNP Stadium. Qualis FNP Stadium on Wednesday.
I'm not gonna say something. All I'm gonna say is that my stars just aligned. But one thing you need to know about me, I give credit where it's due. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
So I will try and explain to you guys that personality am Brenda Fass. Lyricist Mshoza.
Sure.
Attendance Lebo Matosa. Yabona Lebo Matosa ne? Noma beka ngadelela kanjani. She was never late for a performance. Ask anyone that, unless khona umuntu bekamdriver that day. But
always
attendance.
On point.
So I've mastered a piece of everyone. I literally studied most of them. And then I follow Petrus Matsipe's wealth strategy.
Thank you, JazziQ.
Talent, master everyone.
Thank you, JazziQ.
Money, go away.
Let's talk a bit about the song that we did. Ikomora. And I know you for you it's like very spiritual. The song also on its own, it's very spiritual. What does it mean to you?
With all the, I think a lot of people know with, you know, mental health issues, people killing women, people fighting against each other. You know, I believe Uguti, we can entertain people. I think a lot of people have seen when I perform, I transform when I perform. I literally will switch off music because it is at that moment that everybody is watching me. And I always say that, yes, we can go to a church and go listen to a pastor. But what would happen if a pastor came to groove? So I become that person. So when I sang Ikomora, I think you saw that day that I was not myself. You actually left me. And I said to you, I do not want to write this song. I want to feel it from my tummy because it's my voice to God. And I'm saying, thank you for taking me out of a ditch.
I know, I was sitting downstairs and I could actually hear you.
Yeah.
And I was just like, ooh. Yeah,
Komora before ngene enkingeni Komora.
Afeda Komora.
Phela ngangena enkingeni ngokuthi nje uzuma istar. Yo. Bathi yimi ngaqali umrutlo lo ya.
Mara manje ngisho silungisile sishaye itrack yabanyana.
Yeah.
So obvious. Thank you, JazziQ. Thank you, Lady Too. Wow.
Guys, sorry. We are at home. We are not in the podcast. We forgot. Komora. So, yeah, so I'm still finishing. So we need, I think we were all just on party mode. And there's people that need to be serious. And there's people that need to be reminded that you need to come back to self. Because when you get glory, you need to go back to where you got it from. You know, most of our people think success is just money. Kanti success is actually finding out who you really are.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you know, I really hate that question because a lot of times in my interviews, they ask me, Jazzy, how does it feel to be successful? I'm like, I'm not successful.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't even got to wherever I'm going. Like, this is like a start of whatever that is supposed to happen. But I'm maybe...
But now I'm actually a better gospel singer.
Of course you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yabona AmaPiano nyawabona. Mari gospel. Hayi gospel nganifa yimi ngaba ghetto gospel.
Ayiwena.
Ngoba ngighetto mina kaMampela.
Yo.
And then cabanga ke masengicula gospel. Yimi ngaba soft.
Uvela ulayita bomfundisi musa.
Ujesu. Uyalala. Izinkinga zethu thandaza. Aish.
Kalibito.
Long tate.
Amen.
I know sis long ale move together.
So any like plans you wanna share with us like before, you know?
I've got a lot of plans.
Yeah.
But the plans are way bigger than South Africa.
Sure.
So what I need is South Africa to just support me.
No, but inking ayo leyo. You know?
No, ngimamela hayi ukuthi ngiyabacela phela.
Lalela.
Hayi ngibacela bazongisupport abana choice ngoba mina lezi engizidropayo asiyilezi ongazi-ignore. Yabona into enjalo?
Sure.
So I'm working on my album, my first body of work. I've never had an album, never had an EP, highest tuned female in the country on record. Guys, let me just tell you something now. You guys don't know this. I only have 4 songs to my name. 4. And all of them surpass people with 10 albums. So I've worked on myself enough to know what people want. Yeah. So I'm going to release my first ever body of work where I actually have more than 5 songs on an album. Oh. And my first body of work has 5 international features. Not baby features. Not neighboring country features. International. And the type of international that brings stacks, man. Stacks ratu.
Racks.
Shooting jene text ya miyo pume America.
Oh my God.
Sure. So guys, don't let the bus leave you.
Bus
Ikibelen isaselana and stop sleeping on talent.
And
understand ukuthi lalela i-triple layer setebene ene sunroof.
Sure.
I follow what I love. I do what I love. I am myself. What you see is what you get. Nempamia puma sometimes.
Actually, last
but
question.
I love everyone.
Do you feel like we bully?
Mina?
Yeah.
When I want what I want, yes.
Yo.
I will bully. You know, guys, a lot of the people that I work with don't understand the value that they have. Not what I have. I choose to bring you into my life.
Sure.
You don't choose me. When I say yes to you, it means I've already seen something in you.
Yeah.
So when I say to you, you can do it, and then you tell me no, you are not only disappointing me, you are disappointing yourself. And you are disappointing what I already see in you. I don't look at JazziQ with what JazziQ is wearing. I look at the JazziQ that is coming. That's why a lot of people don't understand when I speak to them in what's about to happen. Like when I say to you, I see you drive a Porsche, and then you're like, but friend, I'm still wearing what. You are the one that usually bashes yourself. So in everything that I do, in every character that I find, I do not give myself to anyone. That is why people will think I'm rude.
Okay.
Because me, I value myself. I package myself. I become Louis Vuitton. I put myself, no, foot Louis Vuitton, I don't wear it.
You wear Cavella. Danko?
Put myself in a box, right? Paperback.
Myself, yeah.
You must pay for me.
Thank you. You heard it here first. You must pay for the product. And also, don't forget to get on the bus. All right?
Yeah.
Must give it in the bus, guys.
Mari drive wa yini?
Imnandi bus.
Yeah.
Melanie Kibelin. But also, in closing, thanks for coming to the show.
Thank you.
I know we this was like kind of short, you know.
Short.
Oh, obviously, it's such a bias into this is.
Angisho wena namhlanje ngi-understand baba umfundisi mina ngisho ukuthi sizoshaya amabhomu la silahlele ukuthi ubani ushaya bani ubani uhamba nobani ubani wayenzana wena wavele wathatha into
This is the grace of God. We are here to serve the people.
Baba wami ngibambe ngesandla ungashi emlilweni
Gomorrah
ne Sodoma Gomorrah emlilwe inhliziyo kaJesu imnene sengizo.
Danko JazziQ, danko Lelito.
Okay, wait. Wawa.
Guys, in closing, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, hit the notification button.
And pray.
Yeah, and pray. Yeah.
Wow.
And listen to All You Need Is Piano, the hottest album out right now. Out of like, she's
on billboards, on the streets.
Yo,
don't forget that one.
Understand? Yeah. And it's funugoti danko JazziQ, danke Spitz, danke Kavela, Sila. Yeah, sure.